guys.
Hi.
We're going to do drawing. Since we were recording with Numma earlier and we forgot, we couldn't bring everything. That's just ridiculous. So we're going to do the drawing tonight. That's why we're in different outfits. We're incognito.
Yeah, I'm in work clothes nito still.
And I ran home and got changed out of work clothes like I normally do nito.
So we're going to do the drawing the same way we did last week. Laura's got a random.org thing on her phone. I've got my tablet, which I will pull up whatever post number that she says. We talked about the pattern or the prizes last week that we're going to give away. These are the ones, yeah, these are the ones I gathered. So we've got like 12, I think, patterns.
And then we're going to go through what we're giving away for next week. So the first thing is a Patty Waters pattern.
Pat is on Ravelry.
Pat is on Ravelry. And random numbers says 144 has won that.
So it's going to be on page 6 because I have a cheat sheet.
It looks like this.
144, you said?
144.
All right, 144 is... it went too far.
Uh-oh.
144 is too far. It is Kay, Michigan.
Cool.
And she had recommendations for me, but not for you.
So she likes the anise from Nutty. I like that pattern too.
So Kay, Michigan, you want a pattern from Patty Waters. So who's our next?
It's another Patty Waters pattern. There's actually 3. And it is 232.
Which is number 10 on mine. Click the button, wait. Pop. Page 10. Okay. Can do this. And this was 232.
232.
That is Ladybug Knitter. And she had recommendations for you was the bulky Mobius cowl, and for me was Magrathea, which is what I'm knitting right now.
Awesome. Last Patty Waters pattern. 50. See, those of you who thought that the early numbers would not win, you are wrong.
Okay, 50 is, let's see, all the way down. 50 is Inner Peace, 1081. That's Shalonda. We know her, actually. She said I should knit a Mara shawl, which is never going to happen because I listened to Laura complain about knitting that one. And that you
Every time I wear it, I complain about it, too.
And that you should knit a monster, which we both agreed that was a good idea.
I love the monster idea, and I think
so
that might be
you hit the button, and I'll look while you look.
Next is a Sarah Monty pattern. Ooh, my random number hates you. Whatever. It's 171.
171 is on page 7.
I'm busy knitting over here. I have no time for your nonsense.
And we're recording on a day we don't normally record. It's Monday night.
So we're very subdued on Monday night.
Very off our game. 171.
We don't like working and then having to record.
Okay, this is Kipper Knitter, who talked about liking the camp footage and thanks for entering her in the drawing.
Yay! All right, next is a Crazy Zabber Ball, and it is going to 311.
311 is page 13.
Ooh, I should not write that on the back of the wrong thing. That would be a fail of epic proportion.
I think these touch screens were designed for people with skinny fingers.
Or baby's fingers, whichever.
This is Alexa Ferg 18, and she recommended that you make up your own pattern or use the cables for Kindle's pattern, and she recommended a sock pattern for me.
Cool. Alright, next on the list is the Shea Cap markers, and they are going to 461.
That's going to be on page 19. Open. If you talk to them, they go faster. If you yell at them, then they act up.
Yeah.
461.
It's kind of like my teenagers.
That is, it's another one. It was her first post. T-Pace MC. She says, I'm a crochet girl, but love watching you every week. And you can recommend crochet patterns. I crochet occasionally. Laura has me crochet for her occasionally.
Alright, next up is Distant Love in Haiku.
And that's a perfect day yarn.
It goes to 35. See these early people, they are awesome.
Yep. So any number can win.
That's the whole purpose behind a random number generator.
It likes the low numbers today, I guess. Okay, 35 is TMY and HNL. And she had a sock pattern for me and an ankle sock pattern for you.
Cool.
So what's our next number?
Okay, next is the Diabolical Kid Brushed Mohair, and it goes to 440.
which is page 18. None of these are anywhere near each other. You need to do better.
I'll be sure to yell at the iPod Touch to do better. Do better.
Which prize is this for?
Diabolical brushed mohair.
I'm just curious to know.
In the red lot.
Oh, this is Loves to Design. She's actually knitting my Make It Work shawl right now. She recommended the Any Yarn Scarf by Liza Bant, which I think is the feministy lady. Or Soroyan, and let's see. And for you, she recommended a cowl. I love that she's got a really nice photographer. Okay, yeah. Anyway.
Okay, Elusive Thread, which is the merino tensile fiber, goes to 304.
Okay, 304. Let's go to that page. I wonder how many people watch this and as we call numbers are clicking over to see if it's their number.
I bet you a lot. I bet you a lot have their number written down beside them before they even start.
This one is Halifax Mommy. And,
yay!
She says she's been inspired to make t-shirt yarn, so that's pretty cool. So
very
congratulations to her.
I should write things. Male worsted in the rainbow lot goes to 264.
64 is on page.
Oh, what was Halifax Mommy's number? Oh, whatever.
304. Oh, no, God, now I lost my 264 is on page 11.
The game. We are not on it.
No. We don't even know where it is. But we're in touch with our cluelessness, so that makes us endearing. This one, oh, God, I just clicked a button that took me to reader statistics. I don't know what I just did. Okay, here we go. This is in Knit in Rose City.
Oh, okay.
And she recommended a couple of shawls for me and for you. She says, and Lala, I'm behaving myself. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. I'm confused.
Okay, what else is new?
Fiber Nymph Self-Stripy Mint Chocolate Chip.
I like that one.
And it is going to 76. I tell you what, the low numbers, they are the winners tonight.
They are doing awesome today. 76 is on page 4. So let me get to page 4. And let's see who number 76 is. It is Charm City Knits.
Cool.
And she had
I have to stop saying cool.
It's the new awesome.
Cool. Cool. Replacing awesome since today.
Hit the button again.
Next is Woolmiza in the green. We're different. 168.
Okay, so that's on page 7. And let's see who 168 is. I wonder, this has got to be like bingo. People are like, damn. Okay, this is Beeka, B-E-E-C-A. Laura, she said you should make the icing swirl hat, and I should
I've
make
actually made woman. 2 of those.
A lot of people recommended Traveling Woman for me. I've never made one, but
they're very pretty.
Are they like a rite of passage, like the Clapoti? I'm gonna pronounce it wrong just to, you know,
get the emails.
Alright, we have one more giveaway.
It is 10 ounces of kid mohair locks, and it goes to $4.17.
Which is on page 17. $4.17. Okay, that is Rural Urbanite. She didn't have a pattern suggestion for you, but she suggested Springtime Bandit for me. So, that's it for this week's giveaways. We're going to do the exact same thing for next week, except you have to do something different. Instead of suggesting a pattern for us, we want to be further enabled, because my queue grew like 20 items this week, which is a huge jump for me, right? Because my queue's like around 300. Laura's is in 4 digits at this point.
In fact, I joined the Harry Potter House Cup thing, and they told me that they could help me. Like, one of the mods was like, we can help you with your queue problem. And I was like, I don't need
what problem?
Isn't the first step admitting that you have a problem?
Laura hasn't gotten that far yet.
Nope. Alright, so prizes for next week, because we know you all want to know.
Okay, so first, before we show you what the prize, or tell you what the prizes are.
Do we say what they have to do?
No.
Okay.
So what we would like for you guys to do, because we're very inspired when we go onto the group and we see the featured projects, which are like the latest 6 projects that have been shared with the group. We would like for you to post in the group your favorite thing that you've ever knit. And if you can, include a picture, because it's...
Or you can just link it, or you can just say, I've knit 18 pairs of monkey socks. It's my favorite pattern ever. That's fine,
and that's just for you. What's your favorite thing to knit? I'd love to see pictures, because why not just try to bump my queue up to 400 rather.
That should be a goal. Y'all should get Leslie to make her goal, her queue 400.
But so that's your entry for this week. 1 entry per person, and as beautiful as the items will be, no chatting, please. You click as many love buttons as you want, but no chatting in the
We love the clicking of the buttons.
So these are the prizes for next week.
All right, Sarah Monty, 1 free pattern, 2 different toe-up socks in a box by Wendy Johnson. She's actually going to mail these out, and they will be autographed
for you personally.
That is
She'll
awesome.
Send them directly to you.
A lot of Diabolical Mohair, the fall lot.
Mm-hmm.
Intentions yarn in the Joy colorway, which is gorgeous. A blue quilted bag by Seashore Sharon. I can talk. Begin Designs mixed set of stitch markers.
Which was a huge set of her stitch markers.
100% Woolmaza in the Golden Pear colorway. Dream in Color Smushy and Butter Peeps. Malabrigi Worsted in the Yellow Orange lot. Patty Waters, 3 patterns by her.
And those will all be giveaways. So that's 13 patterns for the giveaway next week.
13 prizes in the giveaway next week. And then 13 in the following, unless someone donates more stuff.
Yeah, but really,
I never know.
Geez, we're over 50 at this point. I think that we're probably good. And we did want to say thank you to everybody who sent us things, because...
And thank you to everyone who's donated to help with shipping costs. That's awesome.
And if you haven't already and you'd like to, that's fine. There's a donate button on our site. A couple bucks towards shipping is fine. If you don't want to, it has no impact on whether or not you win. So now what we're going to do is we've already recorded episode 55. We recorded it in Atlanta with NummaNumma, and my camera did not eat it this time.
Yay!
So directly following this will be our episode with NummaNumma. We hope that you like it, and we'll see you guys again
We'll
next
see
week.
you on Easter Sunday.
Ooh, is it Easter Sunday?
It's Easter Sunday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right after egg hunting, then we'll record. So, all right. Well, we hope that you enjoyed the footage with Numma.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Knit Girls. This is episode 55. We have a special guest. So, I'm Leslie, also known as You Don't Call Me Les.
I'm Laura, also known as Lala. I'm so used to going second.
And I'm Allen, also known as NummaNumma.
Yes. So, we're here in Allen's home in Atlanta. And while I would rather give you a tour of the home because it's beautiful, Allen said we should probably stick to the script. So that's what we'll do. So we'll just start with works in progress. Laura, what are you working on?
I'm working on some 3-use twisted and fiber socks. I'm teaching an afterthought heel class at my local yarn shop, and so these are the start of some stripy afterthought heel socks. And this is, I'm trying to remember, 3-use, but it's saltwater taffy. I think it's the colorway. So I lost the tag. Actually, my middle schoolers stole the tag because they liked it so much. Then I also have some NummaNumma socks. So that is Lunch with the Knit Girls. And that is the start of my 2nd sock. Yay for progress. And actually, all 3 of us have NummaNumma socks, and none of them look alike because Leslie and I can't follow.
Yeah, it's not because the pattern is wrong. It's because we suck at paying attention. Sorry, but they look similar. I'd also like to pause and say that we have an audience of 3 very well-behaved little girls. So, you know, if you hear any little laughter, don't worry. They're just being little girls. So what about you, Allen? What are you working on? Oh, are you finished, Laura?
Yes,
okay.
I'm finished.
Right. What are you working on?
That was it. That's all you have along.
There's no...
Yes, there's more back in the hotel room and in the car.
I'm working on a hat that will actually be part of a hat pattern. I have this idea to design a hat that's called Choose Your Own Adventure, where you choose the weight of the yarn that you're going to use, whether it's going to be like a sock yarn or a worsted weight yarn.
Right, cool.
And then you choose how you want to start it. This is a little stretchy cable stretchy cable pattern. I'm not used to this podcast stuff. And then sort of your degree of slouch or how you want to finish the hat. There'll be sort of
like slouchy hats.
Yes, there'll be a slouch. There'll be a not so slouch. There'll be sort of a flower kind of design on top. So there's going to be lots of choices.
Cool. So what are you working on? What is the yarn?
This is the Hardy base, which is it's a light worsted, and this is the frosting colorway.
And this is your yarn,
This
right?
is my yarn.
Okay.
This is NummaNumma, yes.
So where's the cake? Show them the cake. Do you have the
It's
cake?
down there.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Oh, never mind.
Roll away from me.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. This is it.
That's what it looks like. Y'all got
it rolled away from me a long time ago, and I just never bent down to pick it
Yeah,
up.
it'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
And what are you working on?
Oh, is it my turn already?
Yes.
I'm working on another square for a log cabin blanket. I finished one. I'll show. Well, I guess I might as well go ahead and show you because it's not really a finished object. I just finished it earlier today. This is the first square out of the Liberty wool. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's a superwash wool. I'm not crazy about the colors, but I'm going to knit a couple more squares and kind of try to not hold judgment until then.
I told you could always do like a kid, because I'm the boss of you.
She's the boss.
I told you could always do like a kid's blanket out of it, or Kobe or something else.
It's true, or I could, donate it to charity. Steam it up and donate it. So I just started the second square.
Gosh, steam it up and donate it?
If I don't like it, though, I mean.
Okay.
I was like, I don't have time for that.
I'm the one who like cuts my work tomorrow.
Oh gosh, yes, she was.
You have to hear this story
earlier, and she took us down to the studio and was showing us.
You have to tell the story.
Yeah.
Yes, if I start lots of things that I don't necessarily finish, and sometimes when I get too many of them, most rational, normal people, unravel the project and then reuse the yarn. But if I'm sick of it, I just cut the yarn, toss the project.
Oh God, doesn't that just
and
make your heart
I have the extra ball.
That's
The rest
okay.
was left of the ball, exactly. And they were down in the studio going, oh, "This one's not attached to a yarn ball anymore."
Just
that one got cut.
So if you want some NummaNumma yarn, look through your trash.
Yeah, go through Allen's garbage.
Yeah, you gotta check the garbage.
I have one more work in progress. And in fact, I've not knit on it at all this weekend because I've gotten to the point where I'm changing from the regular part of the pattern to a decrease part of the pattern. I can't figure out what the heck I am supposed to be doing. There's children in the room, so I'm watching my language. But it's Magrathea, and this is a pattern by Martina Bem.
And it's one of the Hitchhiker series.
So let me see if I can get the right side for you. So this is out of my hand spun in
I
cloud
was about
yarn.
to say that looks like hand spun. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
isn't that gorgeous?
So I've gotten to it's asymmetrical. I've gotten to the about 3/4 point with my yarn, so it's time to start decreasing. But the instructions are they're kind of odd, so I can't really figure out what I'm supposed to do.
And we're on the road, so we can't just hop on a computer and look at Ravelry projects and figure out what's going on.
And I don't want to. I don't want to waste time. I don't get a lot of time with Alan, so I'll look at it when I'm home. I've got squares to commit, so.
There are squares to be knit.
All right, I'll put that there. So that's all of my works in progress.
You have 2 this week.
I know. I had 2 last week.
Drama.
But Laura and I are lame, and we have no finished objects.
No, but Ellen does.
But
She
Ellen
makes up
does.
for us.
Yeah, I do. I have this is the sock that is going to be tucked into some orders from my update this week. This is the Knit Girl sock. This is a colorway that I designed for them when they came to visit me last spring, and then in the back of my mind, I always thought that I needed to design a sock with it that was easy enough to be knit at lunch so that you could chat and knit.
Very
And it has friends.
Yes, and it has lots of friends.
Yeah, so.
And I'm hoping to get some pictures of these socks on the Knit Girl's feet.
So our feet will be famous.
Yes, the famous feet. And then this is the other pattern that will be tucked into all orders from the update yesterday. This is the newest scarf. It's called Steel Pansies, and it's
spread it out.
It's hard. I know this is hard to do. You guys are good at this, and it's not easy.
We have practice.
And this is it's sort of a feather and fan pattern, but it has a really strong vertical line. It was a stitch pattern that I saw in a Japanese stitch dictionary a while ago, and it had a knit 5 together in the middle of the chart, and I realized that if you knit 5 together, you sort of got a triangle. The chart wasn't written right. So then I experimented with it and concentrated the decreases, and I think I got something similar to what was pictured in this.
Very pretty.
But it is definitely different than what the stitch dictionary.
So the 2 colors.
So the 2. No, this is something else.
It.
This is the heirloom pansies that everybody is crazy about. This is
It's because it's gorgeous.
And it's sort of a totally reminds me of my grandmother's pansies, and then it's that colorway, and then sterling steel, which is a really pretty like sort of blue gray. I don't have that one to show you.
So this is 2 separate skeins.
It's 2 separate skeins, yes, sort of alternated.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's
cool.
finished.
Cool.
And then this is sort of finished, sort of a work in progress because I only have 1 sock. But this is going to be the next. This is a little preview, I guess.
Yes.
There you
This
go.
is going to be
Exclusive.
this is going to be the next. Maybe I should put it on.
Yeah,
I should
figure
figure
it
this
out.
sock blocker.
It's really cool.
It's really cool because I love a good cable pattern, but I'm also like, you know, have an attention deficit. Not, you know, just because I have a busy world. And so I love a cable pattern, but it has to be easy. And
I love the heel flap on that.
This is a Dutch heel. It's really cool. When you once you get to the bottom, you don't have to decrease anymore, so you don't decrease for the gusset.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so there's
like
no
I hate gussets.
Yeah, so there's no gusset decreases. It's the Dutch heel, which is kind of neat, and it actually fits your foot a little better than it's fitting the sock blocker. But the cool thing is that it's about a 24 row repeat, but there are only 2 rows where you actually have to do cable crosses, but you still get this
It's really
like
cool.
very swirly
super
cable
close,
pattern.
So it looks
So
like
that
it's
will
dark,
be
but it'll come out.
that will probably be like a June.
So
Cool.
do you have a colorway name? What is this?
This is actually, I was experimenting. This is the usual base, but I dyed it in a Doppio colorway called Plum Chocolate. And it's just interesting how the bases take things
Right.
differently. It looks completely different, so I don't know what I'm going to call that one.
It's really pretty.
I haven't come up with it
That's
yet.
very cool.
Like I said, it's a sneak peek, so
And you're wearing
stay
a scarf.
tuned.
Yes,
So
this
is
was,
the
Yes, this was last,
the
yes.
March update.
Yes, this was
The cranberry rose.
roses. I love this scarf. It's super long. I love Doppio next to my neck. It's fantastic next to my neck. And the great thing about this scarf pattern, it's like a scarf pattern for people who hate to knit scarves because it knits up so
that would be less than
fast. I mean, it knits up so fast. I'm serious, ladies, like, you know, 2-3 days, you know, where you might work on a scarf for a week and a half or whatever.
So it's too late for them to get that pattern now by ordering. Is it going to be available on Ravelry in the future sometime?
It is. It's available now in Ravelry, and the proceeds from the pattern benefit the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
Oh, cool.
I have a younger brother with the disease,
Right.
cystic fibrosis, and so it'll eventually be another free tuck-in too.
Yeah.
But the pattern that's on Ravelry is expanded a little bit into how you can make it into a shawl and
Right.
that sort of thing.
Cool.
Always expand the ones in Ravelry, and then the proceeds are always donated to.
So again, that's
a
the
charity.
cranberry rose scarf.
Right,
Very
and this
interesting.
one, if you didn't make the update or you're just interested in the pattern, it will eventually be in Ravelry too. Of course, expanded. There'll be another aspect to it, and this one is going to benefit the Japanese relief effort.
Okay.
So,
Cool. And that's going to be called Steel Pansies.
yes.
Very cool.
Did I get through all my stuff?
I think so.
Yes, but Laura and I also have no spinning because we've been on the road and haven't had time.
But I bought the same thing that Alan happened to buy today, so
Yes.
she's going to show you
And
what
it's
she
something
bought.
cool. I
And it's
hadn't
so
seen
cool.
that before.
Yes. Now this is.
Now we're putting you on the spot by
Yes.
making you spin.
I know. I'm
drop
probably gonna
spin.
like.
So it's a drop spindle, but it's called a trindle.
And it was
Probably
made
good.
by a science teacher, and Gail of Gail's Art actually kind of showed us.
It's
Oh, I
got
got
a
it.
very
It's very
thin
cool.
shaft and just the tiniest weighted. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, they call them different balls and
Like-
put on there.
I'm so nervous. I'm gonna like hit a pothole. Or
And you
something.
can trade out the different
Yeah.
size beads. So if you want a heavier spindle or a lighter spindle, you can do that.
It's
Oh, yeah,
really cool. And it
it's-
spins
yeah.
very well.
Yeah, these are. I got an extra set
Of pink.
of pink.
Mine are sparkly too, because you have to have sparkle.
Can you?
A little bit of blue.
That's probably you can't even see that. So like, but this is really cool because this is like Goldalicious or something.
It catches the light in a nice way.
Ah, okay. Did I do that?
You act like you're on camera or something.
I'm not.
But it's really cool. And it's,
This is the first time I've ever dropped spindles.
Yeah, a few hours
She's
ago.
been awesome for drop
Gail
spinning.
just gave me my first lesson. Gail, who's like my
Gail's art.
Gail's Art. She is the best dyer that I know. Honestly, she's like my dye guru, and like she's a spinning guru too. I mean, I cannot believe that she had me drop spindling in like I don't know under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So these are called trindles, and
It's amazingly light. Did you guys
Yes.
say that? That's
It's
the greatest
amazing.
thing because you can spin like I've never done.
it's only a certain number of grams, like 15
Yeah.
or 20
And you
grams.
can
And it
do
keeps
lace
spinning
weights.
forever and ever.
Yeah.
And we actually saw them last night at the pajama party. One of our viewers was spinning with it, and she calls it a Sputnik.
Which
is
It
very
does
cute.
kind of look. I didn't think about that. I'm not doing this very evenly, but other people who do it. Oh, that's pretty good. But
Why aren't you an expert? You've been spending at least 2 hours.
yeah.
But no, it's really cool. So it's trindleman.com, or anyway, they're called Trindles. So I'm thinking.
Oh, is
We'll
that
link them
Trindleman?
somehow.
Yeah, they're in Etsy, I'm sure.
We will
And you can
definitely
change out
link
their
them.
little arms, which is nice to make up different colors. And
It's very cool.
And it also has a lifetime warranty. If you sit on it, drop it, break it, he'll fix it for you, which is key. You know?
Speaking of lifetime warranty.
Oh, are you going to show?
Yeah.
Leslie made a purchase today. I did not, because I was good, and I bought
No, wait.
Trindles
She
earlier
didn't
this
make
week.
this purchase. Okay, so
She was so good. I don't know what you're talking about.
All my stuff's back in the hotel room. So
yeah, we didn't bring most of what we got.
She has a tiny little bag.
But we went by
That was so sweet.
a booth.
It's like
In comparison to her luggage bag, it's small.
It doesn't take up the whole
by
car.
a booth that was owned by Sheila and Michael Ernst, and it's the website is glasspens.com.
she's so nice.
Yeah, and we
She's
walked by it a
super
couple
nice.
times, and we just eyed it, and we finally came back and decided it's ridiculous. We just need to buy it. So
She makes needles.
she makes glass handcrafted needles,
The most beautiful.
and there are
needles.
some that are just smoked, glass color, and then there are some like this that have a design to them. Let me see if I can put my hand
Those are
on
the
it.
designer
These are the
needles.
designer ones, and so they're green, and they have sort of a
That's
wavy
smart. Put your hand behind it.
look to them. And they have a lifetime warranty. If you ever break them, she'll replace them.
Yeah.
She'll essentially
remelt
remelt
them.
it.
Yeah, I mean, you just send them back to her, and I think she said with $10 to cover shipping, and she basically remakes them for you if you ever break
And they
them.
have, I was a little concerned because the join doesn't look like it would be smooth, but it actually is very
She
smooth.
had a sample, and actually in the footage that we took at Stitches, it shows
Right.
me knitting with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they take, I don't know, 30 seconds to kind of warm up in your hands, and then they're so smooth. So I got a set, and Alan got a couple of sets as well, and they are so pretty. They're just so beautiful. I got a set in a size 6, I think. Let's see, where is it written?
It's on the box.
6. Yeah, I got a set in a size 6.
Very cool.
So, yeah, I'll have to knit something with it and get back to y'all on how they
I know, I'm already trying to think of like, what project could I do that would need a 5?
Yeah.
What project?
You planning your life around the needles that you have. Yeah, I've fallen into that lately. But they're so beautiful, and they're guaranteed for life. So, yeah, I fell down and bought that.
I bought a Trindle, so we're pretty
You
much...
did buy a Trindle, and you do not spindle spin very often. So,
Yep. And I have Goldings that I'll someday inherit, so it was... But I love the Trindle. I think it's very cool.
so we can chat for a little while about the market in general.
Okay.
We
Under favorite things.
Well, let's talk about the whole day. So,
Okay.
we got up, got all gussied and all that.
Made ourselves look purty.
Yeah, at least presentable, if nothing else. And of course, I forgot my cell phone charger again. P-Hobbs.
This is evidently a thing.
It is. It's
occurrence.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And what grates even worse is that I have like 15 of them at home. I
We're
couldn't
gonna
remember
a little
one.
note to her
Yeah.
cell phone charger.
I'll have it
That
around
was
my neck
totally-
like kids have keys around their necks. Yeah, no, but so anyway, Alan picked us up and we had dinner at
Breakfast.
Breakfast at the Flying Biscuit. The Flying Biscuit is the original is local here, sort of in my neighborhood, and it was started by one of the members of the Indigo Girls, who's no longer the owner of the restaurant, but it has
quirkiness survives.
Yeah, definitely the
Yeah.
quirkiness survives. And several of my usual colorways are named after my favorite foods on the menu.
That's
That's
cool.
where
Like
Pudge
Pudge.
and Love Cakes comes from.
Cool.
So we had breakfast there, and actually one of the offshoots of the original place, because it was closer to where the Galleria was, where the event was.
Mm-hmm. And then we of course had to stop by Best Buy so I could get a stupid charger for my phone.
And I was not allowed in because
She
they thought I was going to steal
security. She
That
had a
was
big
the theme
backpack.
of the day, is I had a backpack because we were going to Stitches, so they would not allow me to actually go past security
And
with my backpack.
How many times today were you accused of
I
shoplifting?
Apparently I look untrustworthy.
So side note, I just realized that I dropped a stitch like 7 rows ago.
Oh no.
Yeah. So luckily it's just garter stitch, so I can whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Make it work.
Boy.
So yeah, and then we came back to the hotel, dropped off a bunch of stuff, and we went to market around what, like 11. Well, we met up with P. Hobbs.
Yep.
And then we went
met
to
up with
market
Patricia.
at 11.
Yep.
And we were there most of the day.
Yeah. It took a really long time to just get through the market when there were lots of good vendors and
more chubby Cappies too.
Yeah, that too, and lots of indie artisans out there, and that was really good.
That
to
was
see.
Very cool.
They've got great footage of lots of the people.
We'll put all that together and either put it at the end of the show or make it a separate one. We haven't decided yet. But yeah, so some of the indie. Again, I didn't bring everything that I bought, because you guys would call me a glutton, and I'd rather remain pure in your eyes if that was ever a possibility. So we ran across this. I have never heard of this lady before.
Okay, this is one of the coolest things I think was.
And actually, they are also like the cutest people.
We ran into somebody else with a bag.
And it was one of our viewers.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, whoever you are.
She's in the footage.
So I thought, oh, that's so adorable. I want one. And so we had to go and get one.
Yep.
We got some footage of her too that we'll put at the end. But, okay, so this is the bag, right? And
it's adorable.
Erin Lane, Erinlane. And it's really sturdy. It's got interfacing and it's all reinforced and all that.
It's like
it's got a flat bottom.
It stays up, yes.
And it's got little.
But not when you sit on the floor.
And it's the stuff in there is uneven. It's got two big pockets in the front, which apparently one fits a Kindle perfectly. I haven't tested this yet, but she said, she's a knitter, so she's making this for the knitter. So she's got two pockets here, and it's got one big pocket in the back, which would fit your pattern.
They said that was actually feedback. Yeah, after they made the original bag, that was feedback.
So, but the coolest part of this bag, aside from how awesome the fabric is, and I'm not going to show you what's inside because I've got a lot of stuff, but there's the closure, right? So it's just a flat closure.
With a magnet.
But you can, so right now it's not that full. So just a regular closure is fine. But let's say, I don't know, you spend the day at Stitch's Market and you end up with more than you started with, right?
I can imagine that.
So then it stretches, the magnet moves, right? And you can fill it totally to the brim, and the magnet, the closure is still there. How awesome is that? Right, and this lady, she loves what she does.
Oh yeah, and it's very evident, both her and her mother.
So Erin Lane, Erinlane.
Yeah, they are really.
And that'll be in the footage. But this was probably one of my favorite purchases from the day. And the fabric is so happy.
I like the birds.
I tried to convince Laura to get one. She did get a different.
I got a different little project bag.
So that's one.
I know, and I forgot to get a project bag. I kind of meant to get one, and I forgot to.
Well, you can go to her website.
Yes, I am. I'm going to go to her website.
You better do it before we post the episode.
Otherwise there will be nothing. Yeah, note to self.
Yeah. So we walked around. We took footage of a bunch of cool people. We met a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, what else? Somebody else talk. I feel like I've talked this whole show.
I purchased some Numma yarn in the update on Friday.
Before, yes. I was at work, and then
I was at work too.
I had to go to a going away party for a friend who's moved away now, and so I wasn't at my desk. I wasn't at a computer, and then I had to get home, and I had to be ready for Laura when she got off school, because if I wasn't ready to go, then I would get the impatient foot tap for an hour.
And the stare with the one blue eye.
Yeah. So while I was busy trying to get things ready, Laura was shopping.
Yep. Well, I was at work.
Shopping.
So I got Allen updated on Friday, and in her update, I got some Toasty. So there's that. Y'all know I love purple. And that is in what? Grape jam. And then Texas Toasty is back. So I had to pick up some of that. And another purple.
That's really nice.
See, so, I'll never be able to say that. So I'm glad you're here.
Alan does actually label her yarn, but Laura is too impatient to wait for Alan to label her yarn.
I'm here, so I might as well take it with me.
So I just, I didn't want the misconception to be that Alan did not label her yarn.
Yes, and I got to pick out which skeins I got.
That is pretty special, right?
That is special.
So yeah, and we were downstairs looking at all the colors and secretly wanting to roll in it, but
watching the girls pick out their favorite colors.
Yeah, I banned filming of the studio because it is
another time
quite disastrous right now.
But it is so good. The way the setup is down there is you would all be so envious.
I don't know about that. It feels amazing. It feels like a mess.
Oh,
that's because you produce how many skeins were in this update?
About 400.
400
skeins, and it's basically sold out in one day.
I think so. I mean, I think that there's still some left. I mean, I think
right now there may not be by the time this goes up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. No, probably not by the time this goes up, but you know, it was. I think that it actually went really well.
Yeah.
I think that there were some things that were just
I love the
really
fact
popular.
that you moved to Big Cartel, and so it holds, like, you can put stuff in your cart and it doesn't magically
around 5 minutes to check out before it's gone.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, I think that there was, and I'm able to dye in, you know, greater volume for my shop, which I've never been able to do before because I've always been typically shipping pretty big wholesale orders. And so I think that that's all working out really well.
I love that the treats are back too. That's my favorite part.
Well, I wasn't able to do that so much when I was dyeing when I felt, I guess, more like a production dyer. I wasn't able to do sort of special things, but usually at the end of a dye session, I'll have all this dye left over, and I just sort of, you know, mess around with it, see how it, and then, you know, and some of them are great.
They're all great.
Yeah. Well, they don't all go up for sale. But I've been asked that before, like, what do you do with the ones that don't go up for sale? I'm like, oh, they're in a big bin in my basement, and that is the truth, because some of them don't turn out quite as I expect. But you know,
that one man's
someone would love them.
Yes, somebody probably would love them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, overall, we just had, you said awesome.
I did.
In fact, I made a comment on a board
Leslie
earlier
wants
this
a
week.
taser.
I want somebody with a little button, so every time I say awesome, they can just tase me. Because I know how irritating it is. I'm trying to phase it out of my vocabulary, at least.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, lower.
We'll try to cut it down.
Yeah. So, I love that you're wearing your Mara.
I am wearing my Mara, and we tied it a different way today.
Yeah,
I know, I didn't recognize it.
Yep, it's tied. It's actually tied in my back.
Yeah, and it's crossed across the front and then tied.
And I typically just tie it in the back.
It's got a great wingspan, so you can do that.
Huge.
Because you guys all remember
the way over there.
The first 10 episodes or so, Laura crying and whining about how much
long
she hated it.
this took to finish. Yep.
But it is a nice piece that'll keep you nice and warm.
It is keeping me nice and warm because Stitches was a wee bit cold at some points.
I was comfortable. But
yeah.
I've got a lot of heavy hair.
We're actually having a cool day in Atlanta today. I mean, you know, I know it's...
Y'all had tornadoes last night.
Yeah,
welcome to Atlanta.
We were on our way to Atlanta last night, and we got a hold of our friend Amy, Fun Fairy Girl, and she said, yeah, the power at the hotel had gone out, and a couple knitters were stuck in the elevators, and we have to talk about this hotel. Right? So we're staying at the Renaissance Waverly, and it's
open
downtown Midtown.
Yeah, it's at the perimeter. It's on the west side. The perimeter is sort of what would that be? Smyrna, I guess, is sort of
wherever the Garmin told us to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're there.
It never lies.
And we walk in and we check in and everything, and then we get on the elevator to go up to our floor to drop off our bags.
We're on the 12th floor.
Yeah, we're on the 14th floor hotel. Well, really it's 13, but they don't name the 13th floor. And so it's one where it's like the whole center is open. And it's just walkways around.
And there's glass elevators.
Yeah,
and a big glass
bells.
ceiling.
Yeah, and a big glass ceiling.
And you can see the pulley things that pull the elevator up and down.
You can see all that
kind of thing.
And it's not covered.
And so Laura feels like if she walks against the side of the wall, then she's safe.
I am safe because if that ledge crumbles away, I'll be safe and I won't even try to save you.
And she's tempted to yell at other people who are close to her.
She wants to use that teacher voice. So I'm going to wait tonight until she's almost asleep, and I'm going to be like, hey, Laura, we're on the 12th story. Remember how open it is out there?
I have a fear of heights, in case you don't get that.
It doesn't bother me so much, but yeah.
It's the first thing I did was I opened the windows. I was like, wow, look at the view. You were like, ooh, I hadn't looked out.
I'm going to back up a little bit. But I think I have an overactive imagination, so I see those like open elevator things, and I'm like, what if a bird got in here and could fly right in there? And
the elevator would kill the bird, Laura. It's not going to crash the elevator.
I don't think the bird's going to damage the elevator. I think that would be
that is the weirdest concern to have.
And it's a closed space. Like, how's a bird going to get in there?
There's birds that get into our school all the time because the kids will leave the doors propped open and birds get in.
Randomness is wild.
Okay.
Birds get into Walmart all the time too. They do.
Okay.
All right, so we talked about stitches, and you guys will see some footage that we did. We'll spice it all together.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, we did as much as we tried to do a little bit more than we had at Camp Kip so that we could show you some of our new favorite indie crafters and link you to their shops and everything. And I think that's really about it.
Yeah.
We're going to make this kind of a short one so that we can put the footage at the end and it won't be too long. Because last week's hour-long episode is too long.
Okay, let's touch about the drawing because obviously we're not doing a drawing right now.
Right, so we will either record a drawing tomorrow or Monday and kind of tack it on the end, or we'll do a special. We'll do it at some point before Wednesday. Yeah. We'll record the drawing for the prizes for last week. And we'll
announce the new prizes for this coming week.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. We don't know. We're busy having fun right now. So, but there will be prizes.
We have no time for you and your prizes.
But yeah. So, did you want to talk about this?
You said grab some yarn that you like, and this is like one of my all-time favorite bases that I dye. It's Texas Toasty. It's a sort of a beefier version of my Toasty yarn. Yeah, it's the same one. And these are all typically Tex-Mex flavors. And then, of course, after spending some time in Mexico, you know, I have
a few new ones.
Yeah, I have a few new ones. And this is actually my favorite one of the new batch. It's so subtle, and I don't know that. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can. Maybe if I unwind it, it will show up better. But this is reposado, and it means rested in Spanish, and it is a term used to describe the resting of a tequila that's only rested for a short period of time.
That is awesome.
I didn't know tequila got rested.
Yes, well, you can have añejo, which is golden and rested for longer, and in the barrels that this comes from. So this is rested for a short period of time in oak barrels, and it's reposado. It's this light, very, very light color. Then you can have añejo, which is very much more of a golden color, and it is rested in the barrels that are left over from this. So there's more of the, there's a deeper flavor and there's a deeper color to the tequila. And then you can also have, a white tequila too, which is probably...
You sound very well versed in tequila.
That is like almost the only thing that I learned in Mexico. I did learn like what a good tequila is, what a sipping tequila is, you know. And so my favorite one was Centenario Reposado. And,
so you're going to import that now that you're back in the States?
I actually smuggled a bottle back with me. I did, but I didn't smuggle it. I actually legitimately brought it back with me. But
we're going to show this to TSA.
No, I did legitimately buy it and bring it back. But so that's like my favorite color from the update. It is. It's very subtle, but in person it's just fantastic. And the whole rested thing is just you think about it like knitting is restful activity.
Yeah, it goes together well.
Yeah, it goes together well.
Very cool.
Well, I don't think tequila and knitting goes very well together. No. Personal opinion.
I'll break out the Centenario.
Yeah, there we go. That'll be a fun episode. But I think that's about it. So I guess we'll do the drawing and stuff later this week, and then we'll do it again. Do this all over again.
You can find us on iTunes.
Yes, if you haven't already left a star rating or review, please do so. Not only for us, but for all of your podcasts.
We got some awesome ones this week, so thank you so much.
And Twitter, TheKnitGirlls. Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter.
Are you NummaNumma?
I'm Numma. Like _Numma or something.
Okay.
I think NummaNumma was taken. Who has NummaNumma out there?
Seriously?
Give it back to
me. We're trying to convince her to get on Clark, but not yet.
I'm trying to convince her not to.
Well, yeah, there's actually a tension here. There's a conflict. Clark is good, yet a complete time suck.
It's informative, but it sucks your time out.
Right.
That's very true.
I have no time to suck.
Rivalry. You don't call me less. NummaNumma.
Lala. And we have a group there.
Yes.
Where you can enter prizes for at least the next week or so.
Mm-hmm. And then Allen is going to have one more update in May, and then she is taking the summer off to just relax
and spend time with her
and
gorgeous
do
girls.
Things. Yes, with her family.
There will be some pattern releases over the summer.
Okay,
cool.
And I haven't said this, but it will happen over the summer. I'm going to do a studio cleaning.
Because
I have lots of, like you were down there going, what's this one? I'm like, no, I have no idea. And so all the I have no ideas are going to be sold in some sort of like little fun something.
Will you put in your newsletter?
I will, absolutely. I won't be doing weekly newsletters over the summer. I'll be doing monthly ones.
And so to get the newsletter, what do they do?
They just send an email to info@nummanumma.com. It's info at NUMMA-NUMMA.com. And just on the subject line, put send me email, and you'll be added to the email list.
Cool.
Very cool. And then you'll know when she updates all the time. Yes. And you can stalk with us.
And you can try to beat Laura out of the yarn. Good luck.
But only the purples.
Yeah, the purples are the only ones you're going to have problems with.
Maybe.
So, thank you guys for watching us for another week, and we'll see you again on Sunday. And thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
We tried to do this last year, and it totally
we did do this last year, but we were still recording on a webcam, and anyway.
They are so high tech now. Oh my gosh, I'm so
we came in with the studio lights.
So, and the girls and David are watching, and it's fun. It was an awesome day. So. Anyway, awesome.
All right.
I think you said it about 3 times in that paragraph.
So, okay.
Checklist. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.